Yo guys, in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you just how to wire. If you don't know what I mean, it's just how mostly all the redstone works, and at the very end, I'm going to show you how to make a few of your own cool machines that you could use in some builds. To start, we have hidden wires. Hidden wires are basically wires that are just covered in wood to look like a block. And if you don't know what wires do, when they're connected to an input like a button, when the button will be pressed, it will send a signal through. And for an example, I put a light on the end of all of them, because you click it, it goes through. And big buttons, the difference between big buttons and small buttons, a big button you can hit with a sword, a small button you can't, but you have to press it. Transmitters and receivers. How transmitters work is it will send a signal, receivers will get a signal and power something. For example, there's no connection between these of wires. There's no like wired connection or anything, because when I click this, because they're both the same color, this gives power to the light. The AND gate. The AND gate, you click one button, it will not turn it on. You click the other one, it doesn't turn it on. There's two sides in the AND gate, but the thing is when they're both pressed, it will turn on the light. And for the toggle gate, when it's clicked, it will stay infinite permanently powered on until it gets powered off. Or there's like a red little square thing on top, which if you place an input and click it, it will turn it off. The powered block literally is just, the powered block just keeps any redstone, will just keep it permanently on no matter what you do, you can't turn it off. The NOT gate is basically the opposite, so this light will stay on forever, because look, the end of that is always being powered, but as soon as it gets a signal through here, this will basically just go turn up, it will just turn this off, like it's permanent, it stays permanently on, but when it gets power, it will turn off. Power or a signal. The randomizer is basically just a winning machine. You can use make gambling machines and other things, but it has a chance to get the right one or the left one. And if you're making a gambling machine, you can put a whole bunch of randomizers behind it that make it harder. The XOR gate will go through on one and the other signal. See, because when you press both of them at the same time, if you get them exactly right, the light won't turn on. The OR gate, it allows from both sides to go through. And when you click both, it will also go through. The last one for this section is the light block. What you do is when it's dark, like when you're in a dark room like this, if you turn on these, they're light powered blocks. And when they turn on, they emit light. And now we're on the delays. The tiny pulse delay is a millisecond. It'll just take a millisecond longer to turn on. The small pulse delay is 1 second to turn on. The big pulse delay is 10 seconds. Because the bigger it gets, the longer it takes. There, see? The small pulse extender is this. We'll keep it on for 1 second. This will keep it turned on for 10 seconds. The light won't turn off for 10 seconds. And now that I've basically explained how most of all the special redstone blocks and wires work, I'm going to show you a few of the machines. The first one's called the swapper. What it does, it uses these, so like this one is powered on, But when you click the button, it sends a signal through. It turns this one off, and it turns this on. This right here is unnecessary. It's just, you could just put a normal straight wire, but I don't really know what you could use this for. But then let's move on to the next machine. This next machine, it has 5 lights, and when I click the button, it will turn the lights off and on 5 times. So when I click it, it'll turn the lights off and on 5 times. Just like that. And for one of the second to last one is the binary counter. It can count to 0 to 15. And if you wanted, you could make this a lot longer by extending it, but this is just an example. Like if you're making a calculator or something that can count 1 to something. So when all these lights are on, it's at 0. You click it once, that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. That's 7. That's 8. That's 9. That's 10. 11. It's 12. 13. 14. And 15. And when it gets 15, all the lights will turn off. And for the last one, this is called the cooldown. So basically what it does is when you turn on the button, it will just set a cooldown. So look, if I click it again, it will not turn on, because look, it will turn the light on, but then it will send a signal to the 2 of these that will just not allow it to turn the light on until it shuts off. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.